Okay, hello guys, and welcome to the ProDota 2 League, where Absolute Legends is now going to take on Zenith. The players are almost all in the lobby. Currently Loda is complaining about some lags, but I'm sure this will get sorted out here pretty quickly. In the meantime, let me introduce to you guys my co-commentator for the day. It's again Durka. Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, Loda was joking, man.
Oh, was he? Oh, look at him, he's actually on the other side. There we go. Let me put the viewers into the lobby as well, so they know what's going on, so they have something to read and stuff. Let me get rid of that. Okay. So one more player. Absolute Legends versus Zenith. Zenith, of course, has been performing flawlessly in the last couple of days, at least the games that I've seen. I haven't been able to follow every game that's occurred during the last couple of days. One, because it's has been just too many, and two, because we've been casting a whole bunch of them, and parallel to those games, there were a crap load of others also underway. But I do think Zenith is quite the powerhouse. I hope that the players on Zenith will change their names from Slow King, Friend Zone King, Mew, and Pimp Carp to their actual player names.
They
And
already have, it just hasn't updated yet. If you look on the right-hand side at the updated player list in the sort of chat lobby, it actually shows the latest names they've changed to. The only person that hasn't changed is Pimp Carp, I think.
I still see Slow King and Friend Zone King.
On the right, the far right of your screen.
Yeah, it's like in the chat lobby where it says what the members are that are currently in the chat here.
Strange. They're all updated for me. I've got Freedom, HY, Ice, Loda.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, and Absolute Legends, I hope they will get themselves out of their slump that they're currently in. For some reason, just not performing as well as they have in the past, and I don't really understand why.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the ProDota 2 stats here, and Zenith are on a 6-game winning streak in this league,
Ooh.
whilst Absolute Legends have lost 2 of their last games.
Well,
But yeah,
certainly Zenith has been performing pretty nicely. There has been a few YouTube videos as well, I remember now, where they show the gameplay, and it's just so, like, when the Zenith people talk English, you would not think that they're actually speaking English. You kind of have to get used to the way they speak, I think. At least I have to.
yeah, it's sort of Singlish. Go, go, go la, go la. Take the base, take the base.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. And then there's like this totally Western dude Loda in the mix.
Yeah, Loda's sitting there going, yeah, I don't have mana for it, guys. I don't have mana.
The whitest guy ever sitting with a bunch of Asians. But they've been poning them other teams lately. But I do hope, Loda, when do you not have a hat on? They should probably put that in an interview. Says the admin of the ProDota 2 League. I don't know what's going on currently. I think it's Godot, the last one that they are waiting for. Quite strange. Yeah, thanks again for tuning in, guys. Check out Epic Commentary. That's my homepage. There you can find, well, the stream, but you found that one, obviously. My Reddit account, YouTube, as well as Twitter. On YouTube, I will upload all those VODs and have them there for you guys to watch. Already a bunch of them up there, so go ahead and watch that. Also, my music streaming playlist is also to be found there, so if you like the tunes, go check them out. And
I thought so. That's Beaters standing in for AL.
oh, is it?
Yeah, I thought I recognized the name, and he has a Beastmaster avatar. So I just looked that up on stats.dota2.be, and that is Beaters.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. By the way, guys, during the course of this, like after this, actually, I will either do the International 2 qualifiers with Durka, but I hope that this game here is going to start really quickly, and that either team will win really fast, because in one more hour, well, 55 minutes from now, 19 CET, there will be a gigantic game between CLG and Navi, and chances are currently that we will miss that one, but there are enough good games in the International 2 qualifiers as well at the moment. Oh, look at this. Luminous is here. Might want to have a slot or something, but we'll see. Yeah, again, on the YouTube also, subscribe to that because I will pick beta key winners based on people that like my Facebook, subscribe to me on YouTube, and follow me on Twitter, and also based on how many people view the stream here. I might also just throw in some beta keys like that. We did it in the past by just asking some random questions like during the stream, and whoever answered first via Twitter at @EpicCommentary won. So here comes Godot, and I think this game is going to start. Are you also as pumped as I am? Because I'm totally looking forward to this.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Zenith play. I mean, I haven't been watching many of their games, but I've obviously been seeing the results of them, and they have been on a hot streak.
Yeah.
And I've got a couple of mates who are living over in Malaysia and Singapore, and obviously they get some videos sooner than we do over in Europe, or at least, you know, they find the links to them faster, of Zenith playing in their Razer Academy, or playing in the LAN cafe that's been provided to them by Razer. And they're all sitting in a circle, as you said. You've probably seen these. Was that the video you watched recently? Where there's the circular table and they're all sitting around it, shouting commands at each other.
No, not a circular one. Go please, says HYHY, and I couldn't agree more. Frickin' go. Let's play some Dota. I want to see some good strats, some cool moves, and some epic plays. Dum. And yeah, then we also have the winners bracket as well as the losers bracket of the International 2 that's coming up pretty soon. I think it was... I don't have the actual game plan in front of me, but I will check right now. Because there was some cool games I was looking forward to today, so...
Well, there's VP Mouse today.
Yeah.
Quantic next. Was there a lower bracket match? Yeah, lower bracket Z Nation and Cater Gaming. That's West. And in the East, we've got Ice Mineski going on now. And nothing until tomorrow.
Oh man. It's also weird because it's like a national holiday in Germany at the moment. And it feels like it's a Saturday because you just wake up and you like are super happy because you don't have any obligations to adhere. But tomorrow I can get up early again and go to work. But then after that it's the weekend, so it's a really strange rhythm of the week. But I guess I'm thankful for any days off that I can get. And Toby has been streaming ever since the morning, man. He's such a machine.
Yeah, powered by Red Bull.
Yeah, I guess, huh? Wonder how long he can do that.
The other night when he was testing the Dota TV before it came out, and he was testing until about 5, 6 in the morning. Then he slept for about 3 or 4 hours and then started casting all day.
Yeah, that guy.
He slept in his studio simply to get to the games as soon as possible in the morning.
That's dedication.
It really is.
What the F? Could we start, please? Dum. Loda have already taken up Singlish very well. Interesting. For some reason, they are all talking about weird stuff and not about the game starting, so...
Yeah, I don't get it. Everyone's talking about different things and it's just messy.
Yep. Checking my Skype, got some messages here. Okay. But, dear viewers, this game should be underway really soon, and it does look really promising. And here we go. As I start talking about this, the loading screen begins, and I'm excited. It's kind of sad to see that Absolute Legends have found themselves in this little slump, because it just appears that they are not synchronized as well as they have been in the past. So they very well know this as well, though, so they probably realize that they have to change something and to improve again to get back to their old form. And let's hope that this will be the game where they can show this, because otherwise Zenith will just take a relatively easy win here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know what's made this come about, but you know, it could be laziness, it could be complacency, it could be overconfidence, it could be simply that they've got their international invite and they're not really bothered about anything. they're sort of going through the motions in other competitions, just waiting to get over to Seattle.
And here it begins to draft. Zenith will have the first pick. HY, of course, the captain, is doing the draft and gets rid of Enchantress immediately. And Goddard is still taking his time. I wonder what strategy they will use now. We've seen Loda on that Queen of Pain a bunch of games, on that protected lane, on the short lane, doing really well with that as well. But lately there have been a lot of different strategies pulled up from different teams. For example, we had... Wow, we've casted so many games in the past couple of days. I totally understand what Toby means now when he said that you can't recall like any singular game, or like when you think about certain scenes of a game, you can't always remember what teams were involved.
Yeah, when you've cast so many games, they all sort of merge into one, don't they?
Yeah. Okay, it was Lycan that Goddard got rid of. Realizes that HY does have the first pick and doesn't want to give him something all too powerful such as that Lycan. He has been really, really powerful. He can just push lanes down really quickly. We still have Broodmother in the pool. We still have Invoker in the pool. We still have Brewmaster, as well as Lone Druid, Windrunner, and Leshrac. So 3 of those heroes would most likely get banned out here right now. There goes the Windrunner from Goddard. And I cannot wait until the first pick phase begins, because the first 3 picks for either team are always like the most interesting thing for me. And Absolute Legends again playing with a stand-in. Beated, as you mentioned before the game started. Who's actually the guy missing? Like who's the last regular guy from the Absolute Legends lineup?
Shatan?
Shatan, yeah. Exactly, yeah. Correct. HY last ban, taking his time. Drafting is such an interesting thing. Like when you're actually doing the draft, it's really exciting in a way. And he's already going to his bonus time for the last ban.
Yeah, it's one of those things where when you're drafting, you kind of have to know the basic, let's say, sort of laws. Like there are going to be heroes which people will be looking to get, and there will be heroes people will be looking to ban, and statistically, you're going to be looking out for those. But then there's also the sort of luck, chance, or creativity element where you're looking for innovative combos and sort of, you know, strats that sort of bend the rules a little bit. And like Darkseer first pick, we don't very often see that.
I forgot about Darkseer in the ban phase.
He's so often banned, exactly.
So Darkseer got picked up here by Zenith first pick. He made it through the first ban phase, which is something that happens quite rarely. And as you said, those... Okay, Enigma, what else are you going to go for? Maybe Queen of Pain to follow up. So, interesting picks here by Absolute Legends. Some of those strong heroes we mentioned earlier, for example, Invoker is still left in the pool. We'll see if HY is interested in picking that one up. But just to get back on that point you made about innovative strats, we just saw that a few games ago, which I do remember because it was so action-packed. eHome played, and they had Prophet, Earthshaker, and Ancient Apparition. And Ancient was just cold feet, and the support Earthshaker could hit his fissures, make that freeze proc for sure, and Furion TP's in, and they got so many kills like that. But yeah, now second pick phase for HY. He's taking his time, so maybe he wasn't expecting Queen of Pain and Enigma to be picked up immediately. Maybe he did pick Darkseer knowing that, or at that point in time seemingly knowing that he would give away an Invoker now.
Well, that's the thing, because there's Invoker and Brewmaster there. The common notion is that people would be aiming to get those 2 big heroes, but we're more commonly seeing those heroes being picked up in, you know, the second pick or third pick, simply because Enigma is such a powerhouse. He can be used in a variety of roles, most usually in that pushing role, getting the early mech, farming it up quickly, and then going to push a lane or help out with the black hole.
Exactly.
And Queen of Pain, such a powerful solo laner. You were saying that Loda's been playing him on a safe lane?
Yeah, that was in the past couple of games. Though it was Absolute Legends now, as you that picked her up. And look at this, really interesting. They also omit the Invoker, and in the beginning of the pick, they just had the Darkseer with like as his turtling hero with that really strong ultimate and the ability to control the positioning of the enemies in team fights, which is such a valuable asset in the way the game is currently played, especially when it comes to fights at the Roshan pit. It's just an incredible, incredible tool. And after Godot picked up Enigma as well as Queen of Pain, as you said, that really strong laner with insane burst damage during team fights and that really strong black hole and pushing potential through the Eidolons and the good reliable stun from Enigma. He chose to go for Lich as well as Morphling, so wow.
Where's the Tide? Tide is something I haven't seen in a couple of days now.
Yeah.
The one game I saw it in was next KZ versus Quantic.
Yeah, just one quick thing for the viewers. Venge gets picked up here by Godot, making sure that well, they could have banned it out as well, but apparently they do want that support. For the viewers, guys, I am streaming at 480p at the moment. I'm very, very sorry about that. I am also when I watch my media, I really want it to be high quality, and I do want to make sure that I will also have 720p for you guys up as soon as possible. But unfortunately, my processor is not capable of doing that at the moment. I can stream at 720p, but the it will get irregular spikes in sound and video every 10 to 20 seconds, which is bearable and okay, but I don't like it personally because it's just so annoying after a while. I know for myself, if I see a stream that lags irregularly but still throughout the whole thing, it annoys me so much. I don't want to put you guys through this, but I will get a new processor as soon as possible within the next week or two, and just have to like check out if it fits my main board and stuff like that. And then also have to get a preamp because I do have a new microphone set up, and it's all getting together. So please bear with me for like 2 weeks or so, and then everything will be fine. But thanks again for pointing that out. I'm working hard on it, and yeah. In the meantime, Dirk, how about you talk us about through this second ban phase here?
Yeah, we're looking now here. There's so much magical damage coming from the Dire side that Zenith know they need a right clicker. They're going to need a sort of range DPS carry or maybe an aura stack. They're going to be looking for a Beastmaster most likely to stack the aura on top of Venge, and Beaters loves playing that, so they're going to throw him on that possibly. And then Broodmother banned out there because he's a really annoying hero. Looking at the Zenith side, they're going to put the Lich with the Morphling, so that's going to be safe farm for him. The Darkseer probably in the forest or on the hard lane top. So that Broodmother would be a really irritating pushing hero on
Yeah.
the lane.
Oh man, okay, Broodmother, of course, made it through like the first pick phase, now gets taken out in the second ban phase, and Anti-Mage, last ban from HY, and still, Invoker, Brewmaster, and Lone Druid are all completely ignored up to this point. Now Brewmaster gets banned out because they most likely realize that this hero that will be able to initiate team fights once he gets that dagger up and is pretty self-reliant until that point because he does have a good base HP, and also of course that ultimate that will give him a general survivability throughout the team fight, will enable heroes such as Lich to throw out their ultimate safely, Morphling to wreak some havoc, and Darkseer to control the positioning of the enemy heroes. And I'm really interested to see what HY will pick up now. I think Beastmaster is definitely an option for either team, but very much more so for Absolute Legend, as you pointed out. But hey, there we go, HY. There's a German saying which means something like kill two flies with one...
Two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I guess that's a German version of that. Exactly. That's exactly what HY just did by picking up that Beastmaster. So interesting progression throughout this draft.
I'm not sure how they're going to lane this unless they throw the Darkseer into that forest. It's going to be interesting though. Oh, and an axe now. That throws it all up in the air. I just want to wait and see this. There's no point speculating because this is something from HY. They've obviously been practicing this on LAN and they found something interesting here.
Dude, maybe it's just because HY just picked up like his cosmetics set for axe. I have to play it
No, we're
now.
going to see a vacuum into Berserker Call into Lich ulti some point in this game.
Wow. Yeah, I'm baffled. Axe got picked up, and obviously Godot is just like, the F?
Either that or we go for a remake because it was a misclick.
Yeah.
Really interesting. I mean, especially seeing as the first three heroes picked up from AL are all ranged. I mean, you usually see Axe picked up against melee heroes simply because he's a great counter to melee heroes because he gets up in their faces and spins.
Hmm. But
Okay.
Absolute
Against
Legends has a relatively mobile lineup, and Earthshaker is basically the dude that will sit more so in the back and wait for his fissure, and then look for a good chance for an epi. So,
I mean,
Mhm.
there's one thing I will point out, and that is Axe's Battle Hunger is a really, really strong spell. I can't remember what the maths is, but on level 4, I'm pretty sure that if it's uncontested, like if you don't deny a creep, it does something crazy like 600 or so damage, 400 to 600 damage.
I was also tending more toward the 400 to 500 range, but it is a crap load, and Axe has received a crap load of buffs, and I think that was definitely the intention of Ice Rock to make Axe break into the competitive scene, because that ultimate, once it gets a kill, you get a sick movement speed buff on everyone in the vicinity, and here they go. Realize
627.
they realize they need a crap load of damage output, and thus they go ahead and pick up that destroyer. So there we go. Lineup for Absolute Legends will be Enigma, Queen of Pain, Vengeful Spirit, Earthshaker, and Outworld Destroyer against Darkseer. And man, we're going to see a Darkseer in the game. Lich, Morphling, and an unconventional Axe with a Beastmaster. The laning is going to be the big question mark for for Zenith, and we're going to get ourselves into the game. My name's Epi. Check out epicommentary.com. My co-commentator is Durka. You can find him if you search for Durka Dota on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And thank you guys very much for tuning in. As I said, just one more time, I will be upgrading to 720p stream really fast. Please bear with me. I'm really sorry. I will ask a few questions spread out throughout this stream in relation to Dota, and whoever answers per Twitter at @EpicCommentary the fastest will get a beta key if you're interested in that. And otherwise, check out epicommentary.com, as I said. Subscribe to my YouTube, and I will select someone from there who will win a beta key as well. So look at this. Ice playing Axe, and look at this, he did have a new cosmetic set. That is the only reason they play him, just for optics.
Man, 627 damage.
Dude, he looks totally awesome. Look at his little picture here.
Is that view account correct on Own3D?
I don't know. I think so. I feel honored, guys. Thank you.
I mean, there are international games going on. They could be watching those, but ProDota 2 League here with Zenith against Absolute Legends. Going to be a great matchup here. And like as you said, they've got Axe there. I don't think it's only because of the cosmetic set. His Battle Hunger is a really strong spell. I'm just curious at how they're going to execute this.
Though are going to be playing that Darkseer HY, playing the Morphling XY on Beastmaster, so I do think Absolute Legends was really banking on the fact to grab that Beastmaster. I think that was the highlight of the draft itself, to snag away that Beastmaster, and he does fit pretty well into that lineup. Of course, that means now that Zenith does have 3 melee heroes, so they will be placing a lot of pressure onto HY, but he's a veteran of the game, and he will be able to carry his weight, most likely, and Absolute Legends now doing the unconventional Outer World Destroyer. Bleak will be playing that one, and I really hope that Absolute Legends will get back into the form that they once were at, and I do think that the fact that they've been playing with stand-ins lately doesn't really help.
Yeah, they very rarely have their full 5 up. They were using a player from Eon the other day, and now they're using Beaters, who is the 6th man on EG. But Zenith have been training as 5, screaming as 5, going to LAN cafes as 5, and pubbing, streaming, playing,
drinking, and partying.
They've been doing everything as 5. They are going to be a really cohesive squad here. That's why I'm really interested to see how they can execute this, because it's a really interesting lineup with the 3 melee heroes, Darkseer, Axe, and Beastmaster, and then the hard carry Morphling, which I'm not sure if he's going to go rush into the E-Blade build with the bottle to sustain him through the early game, or whether he's going to go for the more for the older build with the Lincolns and try and be more defensive. And then again, he could also try and rush the Manta. It's all down to how they want to pull this off.
Yeah, well, okay, the pause is going to end here. Just quickly, HY, we did go over the Zenith squad, who's going to be playing what. Maybe you just do the diary quickly?
Yep, we have Godot on his usual Enigma there, so he's going to be sitting in the forest for a while, getting up that core item, the mech. We've got Beaters sitting on the Vengeful Spirit, and they wanted that Beastmaster early on. for the Aura stack, but he's going to be there on their primary support hero, AL Snoopy on the Earthshaker, on the secondary support looking to get up some Arcanes and Dagger, and Musica on his favourite hero, that's the Queen of Pain, constantly playing that. Used to be Black Shaitan who played the Queen of Pain role most on the AL side, but that has switched over a little bit as they got new players in. And then Bleak on the hard carry role, the OD.
Yeah, thanks for that, man. And absolutely, I do love seeing Musica play in general. I think he's a really, really good solo mid player. And we do see them clump up as 5, moving themselves into the enemy forest, probably to place down a ward. Who's got the wards here? It's most likely Earthshaker. No, it is... Who was it? Yeah, it is Earthshaker. I misclicked there a little bit. And Vengeful Spirit also immediately grabbing up some sentry wards. And... who do we have over here? It will be Loda. He's sitting really safe though.
Yeah, there are two teams who love to do this. Yeah. AL and MTW love grouping up as 5, and MTW Spinned especially calls it safeguarding. They love to safeguard their lane and try and make sure that no observer wards are placed in their camps, or they go and on the offensive and try and attack the enemy forest and try and find someone to catch them out.
So we'll see if this ward here will actually manage to block both creep cams. Is it exactly on that magical bush? Well, we'll see how it goes after 30 seconds. Holy crap, look at that. So many people stacking them battle points.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Too bad they don't count.
Oh,
but yeah, that observer ward is right next to the magic bush. I'm not entirely sure about the placement, but it's entirely possible that blocks both camps as well.
Yeah, oh well. We do have on the opposite side, we have a pretty defensive ward for the long lane, which will be XY. He will most likely look at this bottle first on Beastmaster, so he will be looking towards stacking up those Ancients. And just that ward here is something really beautiful, just to be safe of backstabs, and you can be a little bit more aggressive. Well, what do I mean by aggressive? You can basically make sure to stay within the EXP range and get up some more levels, and we'll see how the laning will work out in general, if they will be able to, or which lane will be able to deprive the hard lane of the other team the most.
Yeah, bottle first on Beastmaster, not something we see very often, and I'm just having to switch through views here so I can see people's items, or I could just bring up the item view. And we've got Wraithband first on Morphling, and he's been stacked some regen items there, double tangos. He's looking for that Ring of Aquila very earlier on. Loda with the jungle build, it appears. Yep, he's sitting over in the forest with his stout shield. He hasn't brought up any smoke, so I'm not sure if he's going to be abusing the stack and kill with the smoke and iron shell. And Freedom sitting on the lich there. He's deciding to go mid. I'm not sure if he's just denied the creep and he's going to swap lanes, or if it is actually going to be an Axe lich lane.
Same with Godot here in the middle lane. It's I think it's still all developing at the moment.
They don't know. They want to sort of scout things out, see what the enemies are doing first, because they didn't get a good view of anyone as they went into the enemy forest. AL, that is. They didn't scout anyone out, but did Loda get a view of that Venge? I think he can see him now.
Might be. Let me quickly. No, Loda doesn't see the Venge. She's just outside his range.
I mean, did he see him before? Because he's heading east, and he was obviously standing further to the west, and it's possible he saw him earlier.
Did Beatus go through, come from the bottom lane river up to there, or did he go down that hill into the river?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, well, in one case, Loda would have spotted him, in the other case he wouldn't have. Okay, the game's paused. Apparently we got some connection issues here from HYHY. Reconnects as I start to talk about this, so I can just stop talking about that. Again, thanks for tuning in, epiccommentary.com. Please support me there, and I hope this will be a good game. The visual quality will be upgraded ASAP, and I'm looking forward to this game here. Absolute Legends have to get their snit together and see if they can get themselves back to the game. And I think if they beat a team such as Zenith, that has been on such a crazy roll lately, that will be a huge confidence boost. And here comes the G from Godot, and the game will begin.
Yeah, and with Bleak on this right-click hard carry, he loves playing those roles, especially one with a passive damage boost to your right-click attacks. He loves playing Silencer, he loves playing OD. I mean, his Mirana was the sort of hero that brought him into this game. He used to play Mirana loads and loads and loads for this AL side, and just farm up with it, use it as a sort of sort of mid-game carry hero with a load of damage.
HY going to be laying on the bottom lane against Musica, who will have some support from Snoopy on that Earthshaker in the middle lane. It appears that Goddard will actually be laying in the middle lane against Ice on his pimped out axe. And we got some support coming from Loda as well. He might transition to some aggressive jungling into the enemy forest and freedom on the Lich. He's now heading himself toward the bottom lane maybe to help Lich out a little bit. And XY, as I said earlier, will be doing the long lane, and Bleak will be his opponent there, with Beediz busy stacking them creeps, gonna be pulling them right about now.
Where is Freedom going? Because HY isn't going to have a nice time against Queen of Pain.
Oh god, in the middle lane here might be in a lot of trouble. Used the stun, but might very well go down here. One more click is... Oh, he used his salve really nicely. Didn't get cancelled, so he does survive, but he was in big trouble there.
God has to be really careful here. If he right-clicks his Eidolons, if he doesn't micro his Eidolons correctly and right-clicks them onto Axe, or if they start attacking Axe, he's going to start spinning in his face.
Yeah, and that like crazy. Axe one of those heroes, when you play against him, he will like spin even if you just like walk past him and you don't even want to have anything to do with him, but if you play him, then he'll never ever spin. No kills yet as we approach the 2-minute mark. Let's see if the rune has been picked up or if they're going to be scouting out here. No rune will spawn on the bottom lane, and it's a regen rune. And in terms of farm, 10 on ice. Wow, man, he's been making some money here with his passive. And 8 for HY, and the only one with, well, 7 lasted isn't all that much, and Bleak has those on the AL side.
Yeah, Ice is constantly spinning here. I mean, when I play Axe, I'd never get this lucky.
Oh, Loda diving Goddard now. Nice Berserker's call here on Goddard, and the Ion Shell is doing constant damage onto him as well. Loda here trying to keep up to have Goddard to keep on taking the damage. He's going to go down here most likely. One last right click. First blood goes to Axe here. Support TP also coming in. Ice also pretty low. Snoopy lands a nice stun, and that gets the kill. Return kill on Axe.
Interesting that Ice decided to walk back into the tower range and take a couple more hits instead of following Loda out the safe way.
Yeah, exactly. He should have ran out this way, and what he did was turn around and stay within the tower range a little bit longer. He thought he was completely safe there maybe, just to survive and stay on lane. Don't miss out too much EXP, but he paid for that. Snoopy here already. This Berserker's call missed a little bit, but Ice playing so aggressively on this Axe.
Does Eidolon's going to deal a lot of damage to that Lich? Yeah, 48 hit points. A couple, maybe 1 or 2 more hits from the... almost
God, again,
down.
in so much trouble. Really good Berserker's call, and down he goes a second time. Snoopy here might also be in a lot of trouble. Uses his stun though, and Ice here. Who's going to be able to kill the other one? Looks like Snoopy. Yeah, Snoopy's the one to go down.
All those dire creeps, there was a full wave of creeps there on low hit points attacking Ice, just causing him to spin and spin and spin, and Godot and Snoopy just not expecting these, not expecting this counter helix to proc so many times.
Man, that was just intense, and Ice playing Axe, yeah, just correct, and even though Berserker Battle Hunger is such a really strong skill, he decides to completely omit it and just go for the Berserker's call so he can control the hero aggro within team fights or even in those little ganks, and we'll see how this choice of skill build is gonna work out for him throughout the game. Gonna find himself now an illusion rune on the top lane. We'll probably use those to scout and keep himself a little bit safe in the lane, but heads right back into the middle to keep on farming.
Yeah, but Axe is one of those heroes where you have to stay in the face of your enemy. You've got to keep the pressure constant, or else they're gonna sit back and take advantage, try and farm a little bit, because you won't be making use of your passive.
Yeah. And Beastmaster bottle crowing, not stacking up the creep camps, so maybe he's just using the axes to keep the lane pushed back and protect his tower a little bit, and also get a little bit of farm in the meantime. Some pings going on the minimap. Oh, look at this. Axe illusions being used to help the support farm the jungle a little bit. Really smart.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised at top lane from AL, because I would assume that their creep lane control would be quite good, keeping the creep equilibrium further behind the river, but they just allowed the whole creep wave to attack the Radiant Tower. So there's been very little pulling at all from the Venge, obviously, and I don't think Bleak has been No, he's not trying to deny down his creeps.
Oh, look at
He's
the
simply getting the
positioning.
last hit denies.
Yeah, look at HY here. Cut himself a little path through this little tree line over here. On the middle lane, there might be some action going on. Freeman just exchanging some hits with Godot, and now Ice also moving in. He's diving him. His movement speed is high enough. Oh, good stun by Godot though. Secondary stun is gonna follow up, and Ice. Oh, good stun from Venge as well, and Ice here has to back out now. Might be in a lot of trouble. Decides to turn around though, and go on Godot as well as Beatus, and holy shoot, dude! Got the kill on Venge and survives and runs out.
I'm telling you, they've got to start learning. If there's a full creep wave attacking Axe, he's going to spin. And with a limited HP pool that these heroes have, he's going to hurt a lot. See that? 2 spins into ulti, and that was a dead Venge.
Yeah, exactly. Darkseer got a kill on Snoopy on the bottom lane here. Sorry that I missed that. Loda doing a really nice job apparently here. Even Musica being there on level 5, deciding to go 2 levels on Shadow Strike, 2 into Screamer Pain, not able to protect his buddy there.
Yep, Musica taking up a DD rune at bot here, looking to try and regain lane control from this Morphling, seeing as Loda's sitting in the forest farming as well. Morphling having to go back to base for some reason, not being allowed to bottle Crow, with double blades of attack on the courier, going to the secret shop. Ring of Health. Who's this going to? Middle lane, Axe. Have you got your Vanguard? Nope.
Oh, but he will have phase boots, will be able to chase heroes down even faster. There was a hilarious video on YouTube I saw with an Axe, where they cut together all those scenes of low HP heroes running away from Axe, and he's chasing after them with his ulti clicked and just waiting to get in cast range. And they do like this horror music, movie music, as he comes closer. It was pretty hilarious, man. Dum 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 dum, bam! Like
yeah,
8
like
times in a row.
Jaws.
Here, Freedom doing a little bit of warding throughout the map, just sitting on boots. Let me quickly check the gold graph here. Of course, in the favor of the Radiant, Zenith here, taking a pretty big gold lead here early on in the game. 5-1 is also the kill score. Experience looking about the same, and if we check the items, Musica just sitting on his bottle, and the one with the furthest item progression, I would say, must be Axe and or HY on the Morphling. Just quickly check the current goal on these heroes.
I would disagree that experience is around the same. They've got a 3,000 lead, and the level spread is quite notable. They're sitting on a level 5 Enigma, level 4 Venge, level 3 Earthshaker, whilst the majority of the Zenith side are over level 6, with a level 8 Axe and a level 6 Darkseer and Morphling.
Oh no, I mean the experience is looking about the same as the gold graph.
Ah, right.
Okay, tri-lane on the bottom lane here now, established by absolute legend Snoopy here. Just oh, really good dodge from HY away from that fissure. Got up and found himself an illusion rune. He's sitting on 550 gold at the moment, so yeah, he was probably just meant to deny a little bit of EXP and maybe push a little bit, but Ice's Axe
Look at
able
that.
to counteract that perfectly. There we go, dominating streak now on Axe, getting a kill on Snoopy. Said good day. Also skilling up Battle Hunger now as well. Berserker's called, follow up, and Beatus looks in a lot of trouble because he can't run away from a phase boots Axe. Holy crap, that pick is working out greatly. And Axe looks really good while he does that as well. Double kill.
Wow, and now he picks up his Vanguard. But yeah, that first kill on ES, bringing in that neutral wave to help him spin around a little bit more. Just great play from Ice here.
Oh, absolute legends, come on, man. You have to get out of your slump. What's Bleak doing here? At least he's on 52 last hits at the moment. That's good. Let's see if he's the scoreboard leader here at the moment.
Looks like he's going to go into that headdress first for a little bit of regen, I think. Possibly into 4-staff. I don't think he'll go into that mech early on. It's entirely possible, though. OD is one of those heroes that lacks hero regeneration, and a mech with his large mana pool is actually a great item to pick up, but 4-staff is generally the pick-up of choice, simply for maneuverability.
Oh, Godot, he must be so scared at the moment. He has a Vanguard phase boots Axe who's killed him twice already, right in front of his tower. Right, yeah, as I said, he died twice already to that.
We will be seeing a mech on this OD. He's just picked up the chainmail and a couple of recipes.
Maybe they had it initially planned to be built on Godot, but as lane was so crappy. Musica being jumped here, really good combination between, wow, Vacuum into waveform, almost killing Musica, and he is thankful for that little blink that he has.
Yeah, with Godot, I wouldn't say failing, but being dominated in that lane by the Axe. He's got no chance of getting up any of his core items. He's only just managed to get his Soul Ring. 10 minutes in, Soul Ring. Usually you see that, you know, like 4 minutes max, 4 or 5 minutes in with the Enigma. Able to farm up quite quickly usually. But completely held down here.
OD's skill build. Standard, maxing out the Astral Imprisonment just for some lane control, and we'll see if this will go their way, if their bet on the Outworld Destroyer will actually work out in the end. We'll see if how he'll be able to hold up against HYHY in the team fights.
I wouldn't say that was the standard build. We don't usually see a max on Astral Imprisonment. Usually we see a 2-2 in the Aura and Astral, then either max the Aura and go for a couple in Arcane Orb. But maxing your Astral Imprisonment, usually that's because you're being harassed in the lane and you just want that extra couple of seconds on that disable.
Godot here in the middle lane, again in trouble, gets dived by Ice as well as Loda, and he looks in trouble. Support TP coming in though, and they back out. Double support TP, so AL is really wary of this axe, and this pick has been working out great for them up to now.
And on top lane initiation on this OD, Raw into Nova, and Bleak might even escape here. No, he does use his Lich ulti there.
Oh, and only the auto attack gets the damage out, and we'll see if they dive. Yeah, they do dive the Venge and TP'd into her own death. Unfortunately for them, both go down.
B does not have a great game here, trying to save people, trying to come into the game, you know, bringing in stuns, trying to be mobile.
HY leaving his bottom lane, going up into the middle lane against 3 heroes here. Godot has used his Soul Ring. Maybe one's looking for that black hole, but HY watching his positioning really nicely. And he left his bottom lane here from the safe farm to go into the middle, maybe hoping to get some more work done, but is now heading back to where he came from.
And I really like this from Ice. He's already picked up a clarity. Usually people forget about this, but Axe's mana regen is next to 0. So once he's gone through his combo of Berserker Call and ulti, he's left with almost nothing. And if he wants to spam out a couple of Battle Hungers, that clarity is going to be absolutely necessary. A nice split there from Godot, but not quite enough to save his Eidolons without getting picked off by the Axe, who gets a TP scroll and a self delivered as well. So we might see him switch off to top lane for a gank on this OD again.
Man, level 9 Axe, Ice, looking really strong.
Yeah, again the levels, level 8 Morphling, level 9 Darkseer, 7 on Lich, 9 on Axe, 8 on Beastmaster, and Bleak is the only level 9 on the AL side with a couple of level 4s and 2 level 7s.
Yeah, even Loda, sitting in the jungle, coming off for a few ganks, doing his work really efficiently, managing to get enough EXP to be on the highest level on the map as well.
Yeah, if you look at mids, Godot just let off a Malefice there to try and annoy Ice because he was trying to
top
dive
lane,
under the
there's
tower.
a bunch of action going on. Killing spree now on Lich from Zenith. Vengeful Spirit goes down. Beat is here in a little bit of trouble. Good Fissure blocking the path from HY, forcing him to go the long way, but there's support coming in the form of from XY. Sorry, HY is the one that's now coming in and focusing down Bleak, taking crap load of damage, and Beastmaster actions will get the kill.
Ice is coming in.
Oh, here comes Ice, man. Berserker's Call on the creeps, making that dive a little bit more efficient, and Snoopy goes down to the way from Morphling. Zenith just taking this game like they're totally marking their territory here, and AL doesn't seem to have much to answer here. Lucky Musica, Zenith not spinning all too much. Does have a Scream as well as his ultimate here. Ice might be in a little bit of trouble. Musica trying to bottle up here a little bit. Here comes the battle, the Berserker's Call. Oh, and the ultimate gets a kill, so Ice.
The trouble is here, the more Zenith plays aggressively, the stronger they get. And the only way AL can get back into this is find somewhere to farm for that OD and protect him. Just try and protect him as much as you can. Protect your towers, protect that OD. Those should be the 2 main tasks for this AL side. They shouldn't really be looking for ganks because they're just getting caught out. They shouldn't be looking for team fights because Axe is going to run in and spin on people. They should just look to protect their... just try and protect their game, basically.
Their last hope in this Obsidian Destroyer, who's forced to take the burden of that mech buy-up from his buddy Godot, who's been losing his middle lane due to a really effectively utilized Axe. And on the bottom lane, we see some conversions here, maybe some dive being set up by the Astral Imprisonment. Let's see if they will dive this. Actually, Beat is moving into position onto his Loda. First stun. Fissure lands as well. Support is becoming. Will Loda fall before? He's really tanky at the moment, though. Yeah, he will survive. Really nicely done. And here's Ice going to work on Bleak. This Astral Imprisonment being wow, really nice to focus Ice out of the fight. And Loda gets the kill on Earthshaker. Surprising.
Yeah, Bleak there with only about 20 more intelligence than Loda, not doing very much damage with his ulti, and then Loda just blocked in that Earthshaker with Iron Shell in between some trees, and he absolutely popped.
Yeah, HY got a kill on Vengeful Spirit as well, and worth mentioning, Beastmaster bought up a Blink Dagger, and they are not quite done yet. Freedom even continuing the dive here, and it's ultimate on Bleak. Bleak does go down, bounces one time to Musica, and now he's completely surrounded, and Musica will go down most definitely. Snoopy also here, but now completely outnumbered. Gets back here in them as well. Ice, ice, ice. Cooldown. Oh, GG.
Like I said, they kept looking for fights. I don't know why they went so far down bot lane.
Oh, man.
They just kept throwing bodies. Kept throwing bodies into the whatever this is from Zenith.
Okay.
Throwing bodies into the axe.
Okay, quick game analysis. Zenith just owned completely, and I will quickly have to disconnect because I might make it bring us into the game quickly before. What was I trying to say? Yeah, Navi's gonna go up against CLG. We will definitely get to see that game. So, wow. Zenith here winning in calling, like, forcing the GG after like 15 minutes out of Absolute Legends, but they're still moving around. Are they? Is this actually GG or is it just like a rage quit from 2 players from Absolute Legends?
To be honest, I am really unsure. It's
Okay,
not a good sign.
Man, ice, ice, ice. So strong. So strong. Thanks all for tuning in, guys. We will check out Navi going up against CLG next. This game was freaking crazy. Like, unconventional pick in that axe worked out greatly against the Eidolons and Godot's hero there. This throne here, this ancient, will explode as I am within 5 seconds. And please hang in there, CLG. Navi coming up real soon. Gonna stop the